Okay, this is kind of cool. Looks pretty good. Now, as you can see here, we did label some stuff up. I'll talk about the last few things here in the mix window. Here we've got an auxiliary, and it's not named. It should be a chorus. So I put the vocal chorus here, so I know what it is, and the vocal chorus right here goes to it. Now, before I was searching, you couldn't even find out what's going on because we had it set to the specific assignment for our sends. And sometimes you want that, sometimes you don't want that. And so we go back to view here, and I just want to see the assignments now for the sends and make sure they're all labeled. See, now I know they're all labeled. All my send assignments are labeled. I know what's what. I know here's my master, and here we have a little clipping happened there, right? So I can click on that and stop that. See, that's pretty cool. It's always good to keep the clicking out of there so you know what's going on. If you've got a clip there and you want to clear all the clips, say that all the tracks, all these tracks have clips in them, you would go here to clear clipping and you can clear them right out. They're not there anymore. Now I want to talk about something else here about where all these tracks head to. There's a summing amp in a sense for everything. So here is the drum verb, and this is the send for the drum verb. Now you'll see this is the send, and we have very little drum verb going for the kick drum. Kick drum name appears here. It's send one, or send A rather, and we have it's going to the drum verb. Okay, so here I can go to this little dot here, and this is where the verb is at. And you'll see that this is the same output as this one right here, right next to it. Given the same settings, the same view. If I turn up this snare, see that? So what happens here is that it's showing you where this sends the output of this. So this is going from here, from this send, and it's going into this drum verb. And it's showing the output of this drum verb. So it's showing where the summation amp is going to. That means these sends are going into that particular amp, which is the drum verb in this auxiliary section. It shows you what's happening there. And see the same thing here if I were to click here and play the same part of the track. The hi-hats, I can increase the send to them. I may want to just see that. I go to here. So you can see that going into the output, which is the drum verb, which gives it right there. So that's pretty cool. Now, for other things, for example, we have the auxiliary track. It's a little fader right here. It's a little fader right there. This is our output window button. Click on that and we see the output. That button right there, click right here, and this is going to what? This is going to 1 and 2 inbox, which we believe is the master output. And you'll see that right over here. See, I'm clipping again. I'm clipping right there again. Click on that. We're too loud. I'm going to bring this down somewhat. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring this reverb down a little bit and play. There we go. And so you see this auxiliary, see, is going to the main out. And this is the output right here. And this is the main out, which is our master volume right there. See that? I can close this window again, that side window, and this is it. It's going to the main out. It's the drum verb. See that? And this is the output view selector. See that? Now for these tracks here, I click on a little fader right here, and the same thing happens. And it shows you the main out. It's going to the main out right there. That's where it's going to. And it shows you what's happening, where it's heading to there. If I had to go in someplace else, let's say, and it was going to any of the other sends right here, it'll show me that also. But right now, it's going to the main out. And I'll play. And it's just giving me the main output. It's not showing me that 808 until it came up right there. And this is good sometimes if you want to see if it's too loud in the mix or not. And we'll go back to here, we'll close that window, and you can see it. So that way you can know what the output of each send, each auxiliary, and each track where it's going to the summation amp, whether the center is going to the auxiliary amp. Then the auxiliary is sending its output to the final summation amp, which is the master, which is right over here.